Pam. Just thought I would pop in and do a little update video. I know it's been a while since I did a whip update. I did a tag video not too long ago, but didn't talk about my whips really. So I'm going to do a little bit of an update on my whips. I'm going to do CoffeeStitchers tag, which I, for some reason, had never gotten around to doing. And I have a little bit of haul that I'm going to talk about and a few other things. So, I guess let's get to it. It's a beautiful day here today. It's absolutely gorgeous. Sun is splitting the rocks. And I was outside, and I'm not going to complain about the heat because we have had a horrible summer, but I did get a little too warm out on my deck and said, well, maybe it's time for me to go inside and do something else. And I said, well, I'll take advantage of the time and do this video. So my whips. Anyone who's following me on Instagram has probably already seen pictures of these. But if you're not following me on Instagram and all of that, I will show you, I guess, where my progress is. So I've got two whips that I'm currently working on at home, as you all know. And they're going well. And then I have a whip that I'm working on at work in the nighttime when it's not, if it calms down and it's not overly busy. I'll show you that one first. So that's a Clouds Factory design, and it's the Doctor Who pattern with the 13 doctors and the TARDIS. And I'll insert a picture of where it was the last time you saw it. And this is it now. So I've gotten quite a bit of progress on that. All of these little doctors are too cute. They're very cute. They're coming along quite nicely. I do have a little bit of back stitching to do on a couple of them, but that's another thing about Clouds Factory Designs. They have very little back stitching. So that's where that one is. It's going well. I am enjoying that. It's very simple. I can just take it out and put a few stitches in and throw it down when I need to. So that's great. That's that one. The second whip is I've been calling it the Record Girls, because it's a retro piece with two girls with a record player, old-fashioned record player, turntable. So I'll insert a picture now of what it looked like the last time I showed you. And that's still on my Q-snap, but here it is. So this is where it is now. Her hair is turning out lovely. Like, I love the dark hair with the reflection from the shine, the gloss on her hair of the background. So that's turning out very nicely. And I'm just starting to see the peak of an eye right here. Just the tip top of her eye. So it'll be a little while before I see her face because I'm currently working across, but I'm thinking maybe I should work down because I'm getting a little concerned about all these strings that are hanging. It's going to take me a long time to do this piece, and by the time I work all the way across, then I'm going to have all of this is going to be strings hanging down, and I think they're going to, I don't know if they're going to get fuzzy or woolly, or like, I don't want that floss to get damaged, and I don't want it to be sitting there for too long. What do you think? Because let me know, because this is only the second piece I've ever parked on. I started parking with Dad's project, and then I started utilizing it for this one. So yeah, I really don't know. So I'm thinking what I might do is just finish off this page, which I think ends about here somewhere, and then I might work down, and then come back up and work another, couple pages down, sort of thing. Just because I don't know about having all these strings hanging for such a long time and having to bundle them up, and I'm just concerned about them getting damaged or fuzzy, that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know what you think. But that's the Record Girls piece. Dun, dun, Now, Dad's piece. I've been working on this for the last couple of days. I put it down and picked the Record Girls piece back up for a little while. And now I'm back to working on this one. And I think this one is the reason why I'm having concerns with the thread. I'm having a lot of very fast progress on this one, or not very fast, but faster than I typically stitch, and it's probably because I've devoted so much of my time to it that it is progressing fairly quickly. But I will just show you. I'll insert a picture of where this one was the last time you saw it. And this, I'm going to get the strings straightened out. This is it now. So as with most pick-to-pack designs, they look great when you're at a distance from them because they don't have any back stitching or anything like that. But this one even looks pretty good when you're up close. It's not too bad, I must say. The definition is definitely there in the shoreline and in the rocks. You can even see the aerial on top of the wheelhouse on the boat. This is why all the confetti stitching is necessary, because without back stitching, this is literally a stitch of a couple of different colors coming up through here to create that aerial. And if you missed out, if you put a stitch in the wrong spot, it's going to throw that right off altogether. So pick-to-pack designs are great. I haven't had any issues with them. I found them really good. But that's one thing I will say, that if you do find that your stitching is out somewhere, you kind of got to fix it. I don't know, like something like that, if I tried to fudge that instead of, like if I had made a mistake there and I had tried to fudge it instead of going back to fix it, I don't know if you could fudge that. It probably would not look right. But that's where I am with that piece, and I'm very pleased with it. It's turning out quite well. So that's for Dad's birthday. He has no idea I'm stitching it. But again, this is my concern. All of these strings are hanging down, and these are going to be hanging until I finish this, which only goes to about here. And then I'll work down the piece. But yeah, all of that's hanging, and I don't like that they're there. You know, they're bundled up in the fabric when the fabric is rolled up, but yeah, I'm a bit leery of them getting woolly or, you know, whatever. So that's that piece. And for anyone who's curious about the whole parking thing, check out Carolyn Mazzio's video on that. Of course, everybody recommends Carolyn's video because it's fantastic. But the backs, for example, on my little Doctor Who guys, you know, my backs aren't too bad. You know, I only run a little bit of string between the eyes. You know, but for parking, you got to get over that, because this is the back on Dad's piece. It's a mess, right? It's a mess. It's just a mat of, you know, your threads are going everywhere. But it saves your sanity. The parking saves your sanity with all the confetti. It really does. For a full coverage piece, I wouldn't do it on a piece that wasn't full coverage, but for something that's full coverage, it's great. So that's that one. Okay, so that's my whips. I'm not working on anything else right now. I did have a native design that I was working on that has kind of gotten put onto the back burner. I've decided not to work on that for a while. I want to finish the Doctor Who piece. And I think because I had already done a couple of those native pieces, that that one right now is just not, it's not exciting to me at all. I will do it and I will finish it, but I just have no desire right now to work on it. And I'm so focused on Dad's birthday piece that that's just taking up all of my time. So I'm looking at a few notes now because I don't want to forget anything. So that's my whips. A haul. I never have a haul because there's nowhere to get a haul from when you live in Newfoundland. Blake will know exactly what I'm talking about, won't you, Blake? He's a new Flosstuber as well, so everyone should kind of check him out. He's a young guy who actually came across my videos. He's just started cross-stitching. He's new to cross-stitching. He came across my videos, and from hearing me speak, he immediately said, "Oh my God, she must be from Newfoundland," because he's from Newfoundland, because of her accent. I recognize the accent. She's got to be a Newfoundlander. So he sent me a little message on YouTube, and sure enough, yep, I'm a Newfoundlander. And so he and I have been conversing back and forth a little bit, but there's no place to buy stuff here. Walmart, which of course doesn't sell any DMC, they carry a few cross-stitchy items, and that's it. And Michael's. I have a Michael's close to where I live. He doesn't have a Michael's where he lives in the center of the province, but you know, Michael's is great for floss for us, but you're kind of stuck. Like if they're out of stock in a color, you could be waiting a while. As anyone who follows my Instagram will know, I finally found a color at Michael's this week that I have been searching for a month. I needed one color, just one color for Dad's project that I'm working on, and they were out of stock. And they don't handle their own stock. Head office sends them trucks, and whatever's on the truck and whatever gets delivered gets delivered. They can't say, "Oh, we're out of this, can you order it? Can you send it?" No, it doesn't work that way. So I waited an entire month for one color to come in because I was not going to order it online. Because the exchange rate of the Canadian dollar with the US dollar right now sucks. And so if I order it online from a US company like 123 Stitch or something like that, not only do I have to pay the exchange rate, but then I also have to pay shipping. And shipping to Newfoundland is not cheap, usually. So yeah, I'm not into that. So I'd rather wait and then buy it at Michael's where I can get it for like 59 cents a skein. Unless it's on sale and I can get it for 49 cents or something. Or if I have a coupon, that sort of thing. So that's that. So I did manage to get my floss that I needed. And I bought a couple of things online. Okay. So I bought a couple of digital things online. I purchased, Stitch Mania is having a sale in, I think it starts the 1st of October. I could be wrong on that. But anyway, it's a sale for, I think it's a Mirabilia for Raven Queen. But if you're not doing that, you can do any other fall/Halloween type themed piece for the stitch-along. So I came across a picture of a pattern. It's an Edgar Allan Poe sampler. And it has the "Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, quoth the raven nevermore." I came across a picture of this sampler. And I will insert a photo of a color photo of the pattern that I purchased. But this is it. I printed it off. This was actually located, I found this in a digital copy of a magazine. It's a Halloween magazine. I think it's just Cross Stitch is the name of the magazine. But it's the specific Halloween issue from 2013. I think it's 2013. So I bought a back issue. I bought a digital back issue of this magazine. I think it was like $9. Because there were a couple other patterns in it that caught my fancy as well that I think I'm going to stitch. But this was one of them, and I just fell in love with it. The colors are gorgeous. It's stitched on like a natural linen, and it's a lot of oranges and yellows and Halloween-y kind of colors, and black, of course. There's a lot of black in it. So I'll insert a picture of the magazine that I purchased it from, or the magazine that I purchased, and I'll also insert a picture of the actual pattern that I'm going to stitch. So I cannot wait to do this sampler. Can't wait to do that. It looks so cool when it's stitched up. So that was my first thing I purchased. And, drum roll, I purchased my first Haid. I broke down and bought a Haid. I have a couple of the freebie ones, and I had the mini Bath Time Mermaid that Carolyn is stitching, but I don't have, like, I've never stitched a Haid, like I've never done one. And I was going through their website looking for one that really kind of just really grabbed me, because I know if you're gonna put your time and effort into a Haid, because they're quite elaborate pieces, you kind of got to pick something that has a real meaning to you, or you just really absolutely love the design of it. So here I was going through the patterns, and I very randomly came across this Heaven and Earth design. It's called A Christmas Carol, and the artwork was done by Dean Morrissey. So it's a painting, it's a piece of artwork that he did, and then of course it was charted by Haid, they did it. The chart design was done by Michelle Sieta, I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. It's a pretty decent sized piece. It's 700 stitches wide by 400 stitches high, which means on 25 count over 1, the finished design piece is 28 inches wide by 16 inches high. So it's a fairly substantial piece. Of course, my printer is black and white, the laser printer that I printed this off with. But I will insert a color photo of it, but this is the design. It is so detailed, and it is so gorgeous. I just fell in love with it. And one of the big reasons that I fell in love with this is because all while we grew up, like when I was a child, every year on Christmas Eve, my mother and my father and my sister and I would sit down and watch A Christmas Carol. The old black and white version of A Christmas Carol with Alistair Sim playing Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. We did that every single Christmas Eve, every single of my life that I can remember. And I've done it with my kids every single Christmas Eve. And before we had kids, I used to watch it with my husband on Christmas Eve. So it's really a tradition for us, and that piece I just loved it. The minute I saw it, I said, I have got to stitch this. So I purchased that with the intent on this being Christmas present for myself, for my husband. So basically, I bought the pattern and downloaded it, and then I have the list of floss. So my intent is to get my husband to kit it up for me for Christmas, and then this will be a new start for me in January. So I want to start this on January 1st, so that's going to be one of my Christmas presents this year. So that's it for my haul. Don't really have anything else haul related. What else did I want to talk about? The sale that I'm going to do in October. Because by the time the sale starts in October, I'll have the Clouds Factory piece will be done by then. So the Edgar Allan Poe sampler will then become my piece that I stitch on at work. And that's my phone, so I should probably answer that. Okay, I'm back. So, so Stitch Mania sale. What else? This whole bullying thing. I'm not really going to get into it on the video because I think it's a moot point now, because so many people have already made videos about it, and who wouldn't agree that we shouldn't be bullying each other. I mean, no, ridiculous. But anyway, we're adults, right? We're not like school kids. But for anyone who is having an issue or is concerned about the privacy of their videos or how you can set different levels of privacy on your videos, check out the video that Teresa Little Stitcher did. Hi, Teresa. Teresa did a great video. She did a fabulous job. She kind of, ranted a little bit about the whole issue, the cyberbullying thing, which she was well within her rights to do. But then she took her video in a tutorial kind of direction, and she actually explained how to set the privacy settings on your YouTube channel, how to set up your comments so that you have to review them first, or you can set it up so that people can't comment on your video. They can just do the thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah, so check out Teresa Little Stitcher's video. She did a fabulous job with it. I thought it was great. Okay, so there's only two other things really that I wanted to talk about. One is grime guards. I made a couple grime guards. Trisha, the left-handed stitcher, she did a tutorial on how she made her grime guards. I followed that, but the measurements didn't seem to translate quite right for me. And I don't know if that's because technically I'm not a sewer, or if it's because I just didn't measure. Anyway, I did a little bit different. She said you had to leave 5.5 inches when you cut your fabric. You need your fabric 5.5 inches wide. I actually cut mine 6 inches wide, and because then by the time you fold and do the gathers for where the elastic goes, that worked out better for me, 6 inches. And the length of your material, she said to cut it the length of the circumference of your frame. So let's say my 11 by 11 frame, for example, that would be 44 inches around, and then you add 1 inch. So really I should have cut my fabric 45 inches. I actually cut my fabric more like 49 or 50 inches. Like I gave myself a couple extra inches. And the reason I did that was because by the time I sewed it together and yeah, like I had to leave extra room for my seam allowance and stuff, is what I found. So yeah, so I made one for my 11 by 11 Q-snap. I made one for my 11 by 17 Q-snap. I'm going to make another one besides, and then, God help me, Blake. Blake and I were chatting the other day, and I had mentioned I was going to cut the fabric for my grime guards. And he said something about sewing or whatever, and that he was going to try and figure out how to do one for his hoop. And I said, yeah, I'm not going to bother doing one for my hoop. This is hilarious. Okay, this is totally a duh sort of moment. I said, yeah, I figured doing one for my Q-snap shouldn't be too bad. I can probably manage the straight sewing for the straight edges. Because I was thinking, your Q-snap is square, right? I could probably handle the straight edges. These things go on. It doesn't matter. It'll go on something round. It'll go on something square. That was a total duh moment on my part. This is a hoop that I use. Like, ridiculous, right? I'm totally not with it, obviously. Look. Now, this one's a bit big, obviously, but I would have cut it a bit smaller. But yes, it's the same instructions for a round hoop or a square Q-snap or a rectangle Q-snap. It doesn't matter. You just need to know what the circumference of your hoop. You just need to know the circumference of your hoop or the circumference of your Q-snap. That's all you need to know, okay? Total like brain fart. It was a total brain fart the other day when I made that comment to you, Blake. So I apologize for that, because there really is no difference in stitching this for a Q-snap or a round hoop. Like, total nutcase. Yeah, complete brain fart. Okay. So, that's that. So I made my grime guards. Now, somehow along the way, I have missed the fact. I shouldn't say I missed it, but I missed it at the time. I didn't realize at the time that I had hit 500 subscribers when I did. So by the time I realized I had 500 subscribers, because that totally blew me away, like completely, I had no idea. I had no idea that there was that many people that were willing to listen to me ramble on in my Newfie accent about cross stitching. Had no idea. So I totally missed that I had 500 subscribers. So I didn't do anything special. I didn't even say thank you to my subscribers, I don't think, or anything. It was a total, again, it was another brain fart. So I have since realized and had looked at my subscribers. I'm now up to like 730 subscribers, I think. Blows my mind. Like, that blows my mind. I have no idea who all you lovely people are. But thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for subscribing to my videos, for watching me talk about all this stuff. It's really kept me motivated in my stitching. It's kept me up with my stitchy bug. It has helped me so much. I love all the comments and the feedback and I just love it. I absolutely love it. So thank you to all of you out there who have subscribed to my videos. Because I didn't do anything as a big thank you for 500, I've decided that I'm not going to wait until I hit 1,000 subscribers, because that might never happen. Because I really can't believe there's going to be 1,000 people out there who would subscribe to me. But I will do something for 750. So if I hit the 750 subscriber mark, I will then announce a giveaway. It won't be anything huge or astronomical or anything of that sort, but I will do something to thank all my lovely subscribers. I'm thinking that I might do either a gift certificate from 123 Stitch, or I may do a gift certificate to Heaven and Earth Designs. I'll do something of that nature. It'll be a gift certificate. That way it won't matter where in the world you are. You'll be able to take advantage of the giveaway, and you'll be able to utilize the gift certificate. Especially if it's something like Heaven and Earth, because you can buy their digital patterns and just with the gift certificate and just download them and have it right in your doorstep, and you won't have to pay shipping and all that stuff. So I'm thinking of doing something like that. So leave comments, let me know what you think. Thank you again. Thank you so much to everybody for all their support. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's my plan. So when I do get to 750, I will do a giveaway video, and I'll upload that as soon as possible. Now, last thing, CoffeeStitchers tag. I thought I would do that because somehow along the way I missed it. I know I had watched his video with it in it, but I had never done the tag, so I figured I'd do it. So, question number 1. What is one designer you didn't initially... I have this new phone, and I can never... Anyway, I guess I don't even know how to set this thing on vibrate. Oh, it is on vibrate now. Oh, look at that. Okay. Anyway, yeah, brand new phone. I'm trying to figure it out. So, what is one designer you didn't initially have any interest in until you actually stitched one of their designs? That, for me, is going to be Clouds Factory. I have this thing where I love big, elaborate designs. And if they're not big, they're very elaborate. Like there's Paula Vaughn with a lot of, back stitching and a lot of detail work. And I love designs that are what I call meaty, like something I have to sink my teeth into. I haven't even stitched a cross-stitched ornament before, like for a Christmas tree or a card, because I find that they're small and it's not something that I would enjoy just sitting down and doing. And then, yeah, it's not my thing. Don't get me wrong, I think it's great that other people stitch them and they look fabulous. I always like the look of them. It's just not something that I personally want to sit down and spend my time doing. So I don't know why I decided to start doing the Clouds Factory stuff, but I did. I took it up and I love it. I absolutely love it. This Doctor Who one is the first one I purchased, but it's not the first one I finished. Like I did the Jaws pattern. I did another pattern. What was that? No, that's a lie. I have another pattern that that I'm going to do. It's the I have the Ghostbusters one and the Back to the Future one, and then I wanted a Shaun of the Dead one, and they don't have a Shaun of the Dead one, so I made the pattern for that myself, in that style, and stitched that for my husband, and it turned out great, if I do say so. So yeah, Clouds Factory. They're small, they're simple, they're neat little designs, but I was never ever drawn to do one until I actually stitched it. Once I stitched that first, I started working on the Doctor Who one, and I stitched those first 2 Doctors, I was hooked. These things are so stinking cute. But prior to that, never had any interest in working on them, ever. I didn't think it was ever anything that I would purchase or buy. But they came out with that Doctor Who design, and my nephew is a major Doctor Who fan. And I bought it for him. I said, well, I'll stitch that for him. That's something that I can do for him that he will really like and enjoy, and he would really appreciate it. So I will do it for him. But as soon as I started stitching it, I fell right in love with them. I absolutely did. So that's my designer I didn't think I would ever have any interest in, and lo and behold, now I'm hooked. What is one designer that you just cannot get into the groove of? Now for me, that's going to be Frosted Pumpkin, the Frosted Pumpkin stuff. Everybody, or I shouldn't say everybody, so many people are doing the Frosted Pumpkin stitchery stuff, like the Storytime sampler, and now the Christmas Village, or whatever that's called. I'm not going to say that I would never do it, because that's what I would have said about the Clouds Factory stuff. They're cute and they're nice, and I like seeing other people's work of them. I just don't think it's something that I would stitch myself. It's just not for me. It's just not my kind of thing. The other thing that I can't get into the groove of are mirabilias. Now, I have one. I have a mirabilia pattern. I haven't stitched it. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Maybe once I stitch it, I'll fall right in love with it, like Teresa Little Stitcher. When Teresa got that mirabilia, she was like, oh, now I get it. Now I get what all the excitement is about. Now I get, like, the beauty of the pattern, and I don't know. I may do that one. I wouldn't do it for myself, but I might do it for my niece. Yeah. But anyway, Frosted Pumpkin is one that off the top of my head I can definitely say it's just not something that I think I could get into the groove of. But other people who do them, they look fabulous. I always love the way they look when you guys stitch them, but there's just something about them I don't think is for me. Question number 3. What is one chart you would love to see made, and who would you like to design it? I would have to say more Newfoundland. I would like to see some Newfoundland scenery charts that don't look, what's the word I'm looking for? That don't look sketchy. Like, I've come across a couple, like Newfoundland, where I live, is a beautiful province. It's gorgeous. There's a lot of music culture. There's a lot of rugged coastline and gorgeous scenery. We're famous for, like, the row houses that are all different colors. Like, literally, you'll have a row of houses that are all attached together on a hill, and one is yellow, one is blue, one is purple, one is green, one is red. Very vibrant culture, very vibrant history. or the few designs, I should say the few, because I've only seen a few. The few designs that I've seen have been very watercolor painting kind of looking. They're not like a scenic picture. And I like stuff that has a lot of detail in it and is more involved as a cross stitch. So I haven't come across one that's already been designed of, say, like the colorful row houses. I haven't found one. I found row house designs, but they're very just blocky and sketchy, and they're too simplistic. They don't look like a picture. They don't look like a photograph. I want those row houses, and I want to capture the details of the windows and the different types of awnings that they have over the windows, and the little peaks and all the little, designs in the shutter work. And I haven't found anything like that. So who would I like to design it? Paula Vaughn, because of the detail that's in her patterns, she would be fantastic at that, but I don't think it's her thing. I've never seen her design something like that. But she does lovely houses and gardens and things like that. So I would love it if Paula Vaughn ever did a Newfoundland scenic piece. Or Hade. If someone from Heaven and Earth Designs charted a scenic pattern of Newfoundland, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Because it would look like a painting. It would look that detailed when it was done. So yeah, so that's one chart that I can't seem to find. So that's it. So that's the CoffeeStitchers tag. So nothing else really for me to add. That's my whips. That's my what I'm working on. My upcoming goals. I want to get obviously more completed on Dad's pattern. I want to finish the Doctor Who piece so that I can start the Edgar Allan Poe sampler with a clean conscience. And yeah, and I might throw another, I don't know, Clouds Factory piece or something in the mix. By Christmas, when Dad's piece is done, that's going to clear the way for me to start my Hade. And I'm also going to start my Monopoly board. So I want Darren to kit up the Monopoly board for me for Christmas. I shouldn't say kit up, because I already have the fabric, and I finished the chart, so I got the chart all done. And I finished my fabric. I dyed it myself. So really, I just want to make sure that I have enough floss to do it, because heaven forbid I go to Michael's again and they're out of a color and I can't replenish it in my stock, because I already have, I guess, every color, all the DMC colors. But when I run out, heaven forbid I walk into Michael's and they don't have it there, I'll lose my mind again if I gotta wait another month. So I would like him to replenish some of my stash for Christmas. So anyhow, you guys have a fabulous stitchy day. I hope you're having a fabulous stitchy week. Enjoy the weather, enjoy what's left of summer, and take care. Be good to each other, be kind to each other, and I will see you in my next video. Hopefully it won't be too long. Take care. Bye.